And welcome back to another edition of Classic Doom Walkthroughs. Indeed, this is a hot start. This is Map 6, the Mad Mistress. Boy, I do like the enemy lineup there. This is from Episode 2 Ruthless from the Megawatt Deathless. Break out the chain gun. With the pistol, we managed to secure the shotgun from that first shotgunner, and then shotguns and chain gun and ammo after that from these enemies on the platform that we conveniently offed. So we're staying up here for a moment with our chain gun ready. We're just trying to attract the enemies in the water below. I think we've attracted most of them because we're going to head over to this side now. We just want to press that switch. It actually raises the drawbridge. So we're going to make our way here, take care of the gunners for more ammo and weapon collection. As you can see, there's quite a bit going on, so grab the box of bullets there. Alright, took a little bit of damage, but I guess not the end of the world. There's a health pack here if you didn't fare that well. Yes, we did wake up a Baron, but now we're going to get the heck out of here, make our way into this room for more, I would say, initial weapons and ammo collection. But what we're actually doing here is we're getting the blue key so we can make that possible, because the blue key has access to the Berserk pack, which we're going to want. So let's go grab that blue key. Get this shotgunner down here before he takes the teleporter. And these two lost souls who are basically guarding this area, including the health bonuses. Don't forget to pick those up. So we do have some rockets. We can use some. But we do want to lure the Cacos here. Well, maybe not too aggressively. But we do want to lure them down here. We're using this area as our hold point to get rid of some of the, well, more troublesome enemies that we've released as a result of grabbing that blue key. So before we go ahead and do more progression, in other words, just to get the blue key, maybe another rocket, I guess. We haven't used one on our friend here. Now, if we can just finish off the last, that should be okay. So we could continue in this area and get more rockets, but we're going to pass on that for the moment. We're just going to get up here, avoid these enemies. Well, maybe we'll take care of some. Probably makes more sense because our back might be turned a little bit. So let's pick up some armor and our health bonuses and some ammo. We're going to take care of the imps in here because we're going to be avoiding all the enemies inside. We're going to go around them because now we have the blue key, but we don't have the Berserk Fist yet. So we do want to, let's grab some rockets, sure. Let's head up here. There we go. And while we're at it, press the switch, grab the red key, and now it's a question of removing and disposing the balance of the enemies in the sequence that you would prefer. So I prefer to start with the Berserk Fist down in this corner as our whole point. As you recall, there were a bunch of enemies in the water that we simply skated around. Hey, Pinky, that's not very nice. So let's dispose of them first. Another Spectre over here. Don't think there was another one here. No, but I think there are a few up above. Yes. So Spectre's up here, along with the Pinky. We're going to go ahead and take care of that imp. Now, I think there were some, unless those Pinkies and Spectres were the ones that just simply ran out of here, which is seemingly the most likely. Oh, well, there's one more. All right. So what we're going to do now, yes, I realize the Baron is still there, but we are going to take care of these enemies as well. We have a convenient escape route behind us if we get cornered, so that's okay. So let's take out our rocket launcher. All right. So let's find our Baron friend, I say very loosely. With our fresh box of rockets that we picked up. And that's that. So it looks like we've cleared off this area. We do have one more area to go, which is this initial area that we avoided proceeding any further. It has another box of rockets and another rocket launcher, but a trap of a bunch of imps and Spectre over here. So what the deal is that you're going to have to, it's going to go dark. You're going to have to hug this wall, make a hard left. If you time it right, you'll be able to get out without a scratch, as you can see. And having disposed of the enemies above, we can use this watery area as our hold point without fear of the enemies above us firing down on us and injuring and us taking some damage. So that's why I leave this area for last. We do have enough rockets if we need them for the Baron. We also have quite a few loose rockets and other ammunition lying around anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And here it is, another box of rockets and another rocket launcher. So that's a pretty good start. Let's head back up. And now we are just about ready for map progression through the red door. But we do have that one secret. As you can see, the wall's not quite right. We did dispose of the imps. That's why I did that first. So now this is a clear area. Yeah, nice supercharge waiting for us. Now we have 200 health. This looks pretty good to me. So by now you should have 65 kills, 1 secret, and 21 items. If you don't, you've missed something. Rewind the video and go back and see what you missed, because I've laid out everything that you need to do to get to that point. Here at the red door, we're going to have some imps and shotgunners. My first target, of course, as should yours be, the shotgunners. If the imps will get out of the way. Okay. So I think now, our goal here, for the most part, is just to get around that area. Again, void the enemies for the moment. Grab the box of rockets, sure, but we have 3 specters in here. We're not taking any of the teleporters yet. There we go. So what we'll do is we'll take the left teleporter to get... Whoop! We did want the plasma rifle. We took a tiny bit of damage. I guess not the end of the world. To do that, we're not going to take the right teleporter yet. Use that rocket on the Caco. Get rid of that pesky imp, I guess. But we're going to use the plasma rifle, newly acquired, on the 2 remaining Barons. That's 1. Sounds like the imp has been pacified. And that's that. That's how I prefer to do it anyway. I do take a chance by teleporting into where that Baron is to get the plasma rifle. Because if you wait until after you dispose of the Barons, there's really not much use for those plasma. For the plasma that you've picked up in the other areas, plus the plasma rifle and plasma that you picked up in that area. I mean, there's not really, except for 1 Caco and some smaller enemies, there really isn't much use to it. So that's why I risk it, because I think it's worth it. Sometimes you get a scratch from the Baron, but if you're quick, you don't. And I think on that one, I didn't really take any damage. Nothing serious anyway. So, if you remember, that was the left teleporter in the room just above us to the left. That got us to where the Baron and the plasma rifle were. I said, no, we're not taking the right teleporter. The reason for that is because it'll take us there with all those imps, and it's really a turkey shoot, but not in your favor. So there were health and armor bonuses around these pillars. I quietly picked them up, but I don't know if you noticed. Be sure for all 3 pillars to pick those up. They do count towards your 100%. Now with the room otherwise pacified, we can indeed take the right teleporter. As you can see, this is where you would have landed, right? Surrounded by all these imps, which is not very ideal. And now, this is the next secret. It involves strafe running, as you may recall from previous videos. I'm not the best at it, but I will try. Ah, indeed. So you get the secret tag, and you get the mega armor as well. So that means we are looking good, and we have the yellow key. We've pacified the rest of this area. So what's left is now behind the yellow door. It's a pinky. Let the pinky come to you, because there are 2 shotgunners behind each of those walls that are triggered as soon as you walk through the doorway. That's why I go to that corner and use the chain gun and take no damage at all. There's lots of chain gun ammo to replenish, which leaves us with a Caco. So I guess we have a little bit of plasma left from that initial pickup, and that's that. So let's do a final count. Yes, all 96 kills, the 2 secrets, and all 45 items. You know what that means, indeed. We are done. And that is the Mad Mistress. That is map 6 of episode 2 Ruthless from the Mega WOD Deathless. So as you saw at the beginning, it looks like a little bit of chaos. but it's really just weapon and ammo collection. So by the time I'm done that initial run through, if you will, I have the shotgun, the chain gun, the berserk fist, the rocket launcher, and plenty of ammo. And then I do the mop up. I clean up everybody else after, when they're frankly vulnerable to my abilities because I have all the weapons, including the berserk fist, that I need to dispose of all of them. Anyway, that's how I go about it. And certainly in the secondary area, how I take one teleporter but not the other for reasons given. I think those are sound strategies. Perhaps you have others. Let me know in the comments if you do. If you did enjoy the video or got some good tips and tricks, then yeah, hit that subscribe button. You won't miss any further videos that I upload. But for now, that's it for Classic Doom Walkthroughs. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.